Here I am in the suburban town of Ra'anana, which is just 1 hour from Jerusalem, north of Tel Aviv, also close to Haifa. It really is central Israel. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day. Nobody could imagine what is going on in Israel right now. We've got the threat of Hamas sending over more rockets to civilian targets in central Israel, across central Israel. Most people are staying inside their homes, not venturing very far at all, wanting to be able to take cover should a siren go off. We've been told to expect that there will be some rocket sirens over the next hour or so targeting civilian communities across central Israel, as we saw throughout much of the night and most of the day. I'm actually really nervous right now. A friend of the family has passed away and there's been a funeral. He died from a heart attack from the stress of the rockets, and we are going to very, very quickly go and see the family of the man who died. I'm not going to record there out of privacy to them, but I'm really nervous about driving in the roads when there could be a rocket siren go off at any moment. So what you can hear in the background are the sirens, alerts going off in the southern districts near the border with Gaza, and you can see here that there's hardly any traffic at all on the motorway. This is normally completely full of cars, and we're just sailing through because there are hardly any roads. So we've just been to see the family. The father basically was out last night when the rocket sirens went off, and he ran to get some shelter and basically just collapsed, had a heart attack from the running, from the shock. So it was not an easy evening going to see this family, but I'm pleased we did it. And now we're going to get home as quickly as we can so that we're near a shelter. So we got back okay, and actually while we were out there was a siren, so we were lucky we didn't get caught up in it. I'm just going to show you the bomb shelter that we have. We normally sleep upstairs, but we're sleeping downstairs today and last night as well, just in case there is any sirens during the night. So as you can see here, I'm trying to not show my kids in the film, but we've got a small room here where we've got a cupboard with any emergency gas masks, emergency supplies, and a fridge and a freezer for food, and mattresses on the floors that the kids are sleeping in tonight. Hopefully we won't have to get up in the night. So it's 1:15 in the morning. We've all been woken up by a siren. This means that Hamas right now is sending rockets to civilian areas, and I've seen on the news alert that the sirens have gone off actually across Tel Aviv and across central Israel. So we'll have to wait in the shelter now. I'm just going to turn, as you can see here, my family here. We're going to be waiting here until 10 minutes after the last siren goes off. Hopefully it'll just be the one siren, but we don't know how long we'll be stuck here for now. According to news alerts, that was a volley of approximately 50 rockets fired across central Israel in one go. Israelis are thinking right now that Hamas targets Israeli civilians, while Israel targets Hamas military targets. We're wondering how long this is going to go on for. Things seem to be escalating, and we're not sure where this is all going to end. Remember, the entire country of Israel is really, really small. To put things into perspective, it's the same size as the state of Meghalaya It's about half the size of Kerala and a quarter of the size of the state of Assam. This means right now that if sirens have gone off across central Israel, that the majority of the merely 9 million population of Israel is currently right now seeking shelter somewhere. So this is what the Rocket Alert Siren app looks like. You can see every single one of these lines and red circles is a rocket siren that has been aimed from Hamas into a civilian area somewhere in Israel. These areas here, you can see where they're located. This one specifically is close to the Gaza border, but they go up as far north as Nahariya in northern Israel, so much of the country under rocket attack over the past couple of days. And it's important to note also that, I was privileged to be in a building that had a shelter, but a number of buildings in Israel don't have their own shelters or have communal ones where people have to go down a number of flights of stairs. So after another night of missiles and fear on both sides of this devastating conflict, I think it's important to reflect on the wider picture. This is Jodie Cohen reporting for WION from Central Israel.